Hi class, and welcome to Chapter 12, Takeaway. In this video, I'll briefly be going over some of the topics covered in Chapter 12 on the topic of public health education and information. All right, so let's get started. So first, I'm going to quickly go over the chapter overview. So in this chapter, you'll find that it provides information on the occupational classification of public health education, as well as the public health practice profile for this area, important and essential duties for those in the area of health education, as well as workplace considerations, positions, salaries, and career prospects. Now, before I jump into some of the topics covered, I wanted to first give you kind of an overview of public health education or health education overall. So it's a type of education that's designed for individuals or the public at large to gain the knowledge, skills, value, and attitudes necessary to promote, maintain, improve, and restore their or another person's health. Now, the roots of health education really lies with the ancient Greeks. They were the first people to realize that a person's health was not influenced by some supernatural power, and that things like a person's activities, environment, and diet played a role in diseases. The ancient Greeks organized concepts related to public health policy, education, and the development of skills related to promoting an individual's and a community's health. Now, looking at health education from a more contemporary view, health education in its modern form really started to come into existence around the 1970s. This was with the creation of the President's Committee on Health Education, which was actually created by President Richard Nixon. Thereafter, more important developments began to occur, including the creation of a National Center for Health Education in 1975, as well as the creation of the Department of Education and the modern version of the Department of Health and Human Services around 1980. So the whole point behind a health education is, again, to draw knowledge from many different sources. And these sources include biology, psychology, medicine, ecology, and many others. The knowledge sourced from these other fields is then used to promote a person's health and hopefully prevent disease. And the aim for health education is that it really strives to develop key knowledge and skill sets in individuals, institutions, and communities in order to improve everyone's health knowledge, skills, and attitude. So let's talk a little about who provides health education. So let me jump to the next slide that provides a couple of examples of positions. So you have entry-level public health educator, senior-level public health educator, as well as a public health information specialist. So some people specialize in health education. They're trained and certified in the areas. Others perform selected health education functions as part of what they consider their primary responsibility. And when we say selected health education functions, this is more in the areas of medical treatment, nursing, social work, physical therapy, oral hygiene, and it's really limited educational task, but related to whatever treatment or service that healthcare professional is providing. I did want to just quickly touch on the topic of the Certified Health Educational Specialist. It's actually a voluntary credentialing, which is available by the National Commission for Health Education Credentialing, Inc. And it's actually a certification that you will see behind my name. And it covers the chest competencies They're generic to the practice of health education. So it does not matter if health education is being taught in schools, colleges, workplaces, medical care settings, public health settings. It's applicable to all. And the competencies or the areas that it really covers include health education needs assessment, program planning, implementation and evaluation, service coordination, and health education needs, concerns, as well as resource communication. Now, I'm not really going to go too deep into each example since it provides a lot of detail in the chapter, and the chapter is very short. But what I did want to jump to is the public health practice profile. So when we're looking at the public health purposes, from these purposes, the little X's here illustrate which ones from the public health purposes are actually covered in the area of public health education and information. So it includes preventing epidemics and the spread of disease, right, through awareness, preventing injuries, again, through awareness and education, and promoting and encouraging healthy behaviors. And then when we're talking about the essential public health services, we have the essential services that are covered by the area of public health education and information are informing and educating and empowering, mobilizing community partnerships, developing policies and plans, and evaluating effectiveness, access, and quality. Now that pretty much covers it for this chapter. The chapter's short. Make sure to read the chapter, review the chapter PowerPoints, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Take care, everyone. Bye.